Assalamualaikum. Today, our group is going to present the merger and acquisitions for CIMB Berhad and Southern Bank Berhad. Next slide, please. Okay. My name is Izaril Nashik, and I'm going to briefly explain the history of the acquirer and the acquired. So CIMB Group Holdings Berhad is a Malaysian universal bank headquartered in Kuala Lumpur and operating in high growth economies in most Asian countries. CIMB Group is an indigenous Asian investment bank. So actually, CIMB has a wide retail branch network with around 1,000 plus branches across the region. The group operates under a few entities. For example, CIMB Investment Bank, CIMB Islamic, CIMB Niaga, and etc. The group's business activities are primarily in the areas of consumer banking, wholesale banking, and corporate banking. For the acquired, Southern Banking Limited is established in 1965. It was actually the first bank in Malaysia to set up the MAPS ATM system, which is frequently used to this day. And it is the 9th largest bank of one of Malaysia's 10 anchor banks. Southern Bank Berhad and its subsidiaries constituted a diversified group which offered a comprehensive range of financial services. So next slide, please. So the type of merger between CIMB and Southern Bank is a horizontal merger, as both companies are in the same industry, which is the financial industry. The purpose of this merger is to more efficiently utilize economies of scale, increase the market power, and exploit cost-based and revenue-based synergies. The merger with SBB, in CIMB's point of view, is to strengthen the consumer banking capabilities and help the company to gain further scale and presence. Besides that, SBB offer a great fit for CIMB given its strong retail franchise in namely credit cards, auto finance, and subprime lending, as well as business lending, which complement the latter strengths in wholesale banking. Next slide, please. So the case study that we researched involved a period of 3 years, starting from pre-merger, 15 September 2004, to 15 March 2006, to 14 September 2007, which is the post-merger, with the announcement of it on 15 March 2006. So in 2005, CIMB announces an acquisition of Bumiputra Commerce Group. It follows a strategic decision by CHB to create a universal bank combining its consumer and investment banks. In 2006, CIMB Groups restructured its exercise, complemented by the resources and reach of Bumiputra Commerce Bank. CIMB Group made the transition to a full-service banking provider, serving a range of customers from corporates to individuals. Meanwhile, in 2006, CIMB Group acquires the Southern Bank completely. After months of negotiations, CIMB Group acquired Southern Bank in March 2006, adding a valued player in the consumer banking to the group. Next, I will pass to Gurmit.
A very good day to you, madam, and a very good day to everyone. Basically, my name is Gurmit. So basically, I will be speaking about the acquiring and the target company. So the acquiring company here is basically Bumiputra Bank Berhad before it becomes a CIMB, which is known as CIMB today. The target company is basically Southern Bank, SBB, and they both basically merged to become a CIMB bank. So what actually happens is that CIMB is actually acquiring the Southern Bank basically due to the certain strength that is held by the Southern Bank, which was already explained by Israel. But I will go further. May I have the next slide, please? Thank you. Can I have the next slide, please? So what are the synergy received? Basically, synergy is the force that allowed and enhanced cost efficiencies for the new business, which can be from of revenue enhancement and cost savings, basically. So they were very different in terms of their strength of their product offer. So one of it is like customer segment own and channels to reach out to their customer. They are complement with each other in terms of their strength and weak respectively. So as we can know that they have a SWOT analysis. So as it can be seen that, you know, CIMB has how to say a certain a certain weakness, especially in retail franchise. So what happens is that the um, the acquisition, basically the merger basically between SBB and CIMB can basically prove to be a good one, because it can help in terms of the auto finance and subprime lending, yeah, which will actually help a lot in the wholesale banking, yeah. So other than that, if you can see that the SBB basically also provide retail banking with more than 4 million customers across 233 branches and more than 15 billion of assets. So what happens is that if they both basically combine together, they can actually enhance their, how to say, their financial capabilities, basically. May I have the next slide, please? So defensive tactic that is used by the target company. Basically, this is actually a hostile takeover, yeah. And it took a very long time, basically, for the how to say, for the Southern Bank to say that they will merge. That was after 5 months of negotiating, basically. So what happened is that Bumiputra Commerce Holdings up its offer for Southern Bank to 6.7 billion, yeah, after months of heated negotiation over Malaysia's largest banking takeover. So what happened is that the Bumiputra Commerce Holdings, they basically landed, I mean, like they would like to pay $4.30 per share, basically, which will be up about 4% from an hostile offer, which was $4.15. Because this is not a friendly takeover, basically. This is a hostile takeover. So they had to make an offer that, you know, that the Southern Bank can basically accept the offer. And other than that, also the deal was that Southern Bank shareholders will also receive a gross dividend of 5 cents per share and have a choice of taking the payout in cash or in combination of cash and unsecured loan stocks, basically. So these are the tactics that is basically used by the CIMB so that they can basically merge with the Southern Bank. Thank you. I'll pass it to Daniel.
Assalamualaikum and my name is Muhammad Naikal, and I would like to discuss about the impact on consumer or the other party after the acquisition happened. Okay, for the others party, which is the Southern Bank Berhad, the CIMB Bank and Southern Bank Berhad acquisition to fortify their market position and capital and reinforce the CIMB buyer banking abilities. Okay. The Southern Bank Berhad shareholder acquired more advantages, which is it's supposed to be the hottest arrangement because the CIMB offered 4.3 ringgit Malaysia as an offer cost in addition of 5 dividend payment if they are equal, as Gurmit is talking about before. Merger and acquisition may accomplish via cash transaction, stock exchange, or both. Okay. In a direct acquisition, the ownership of acquired company is usually transferred fully to the acquired company. So this is meant by if the Southern Bank is acquired by the CIMB, the Southern Berhad will be fully acquired by the CIMB Bank Berhad. For the acquired company, the stock usually will experience a little boost when the people notice about the merger and acquisition. This is because every merger and acquisition will be announced in the Bursa Malaysia and the other media platform, and this will engage more shareholder and consumer to look out of this merger and acquisition. But the increases of value may not occur in a direct and instant period because it needs appropriate time and resources to ensuring a successful and gradual increase in stock value to happen. Next slide. Next slide is the judgment and argument on this merger and acquisition. Every merger and acquisition activity had a vice versa effects on the both company. Okay. This is clearly shown at a potential growth of the market segment and was beneficial to both parties. because every merger and acquisition activities likely to expand the market segment of the company. Shareholder of the company will in general expect more advantage to revolving program, which is the merger and acquisition. This is by diminishing the quantity branches in a specific region. As you mentioned by Zairil, that there are more branches for the CIMB and Southern Bank, and by diminishing the quantity of branches in a specific region, it will cut cost of the operation and production. The outcome on wealth application or expansion after merger, especially on acquiring company, are quite mixed with positive or negative returns, which is CIMB Bank have a good potential, have a good financial record, while the Southern Bank Berhad have a slightly positive returns, and when there comes merger, the financial statement will merger too. So this will quite mix with the positive or negative return in advance. Merger exercise will in general bring a positive effect on the deposit growth. This is because they have no impact to the upgrade bank benefit. Others company that I believe will be a great success if the acquisition happens. I have do research and reading a lot, and I think Axiata Group Berhad with Digi.com Berhad will become a most successful acquisition if they happens, because as we concerned, there was controversy between these two companies back 2 years ago. The scenario happened within 2 years ago, resulting in incomplete process of merger and acquisition between these two companies. This period and attention will likely to be successful since the Axiata Group Berhad and Telenor had signed a deal on Celcom Digi merger worthy of 50 billion reported by New Straits Times article. The ownership of Celcom Axiata is wholly owned by subsidiaries of Axiata, while Digi is 49% owned by Telenor. It likely shows a catalyst for a new growth rate for telecom sector in Malaysia, and Digi shares sold about 20% and closed with RM4.46, while Axiata added to 8.16% and close to the 4.11 ringgit Malaysia, thus boosting the gain of telecommunication sector in Bursa Malaysia. This firm believes that Celcom and Digi Learner cost structure will produce a better product and potentially become a threat to Maxis and other telecommunication sector. That's all. Thank you very much. We are done by presenting.
Thank you.
Finish already? Sorry, I didn't hear you, the presentation, the last part of the presentation.
Which is the others company that I believe will be a great success.
Sorry, what? It's finished already, right? Finished already, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's your question, madam? Please repeat.
Sorry, because the voice a bit lag, so I cannot hear the part yang you cakap apa. That's all.
Oh.
So it's finished, right? It's finished already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, madam, it's done.
So I have question. So the question is,
Okay.
this type of merger, this type of merger is it's a type of acquisition, right? It's not merge because of they have the same value, right? The merger is CIMB acquired the SBB, am I right?
SBB,
Right?
yeah. Yes, yeah. You can say so.
It's a type of acquisition lah. This type of merger is one company acquire another company. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's just a general question. So when the merged company, if both companies have same value and they merge, so most probably there would be no problems, because they merge together because they have mutual decision, they have mutual interest to merge. But when the company when the merged companies merge because of one company acquired to another company, this kind of case might cause the story, another story behind what's happening. So in your own opinion, so my question is, what is your opinion on how much company able to success? What makes the merged company able to success in a case of CIMB and SBB?
I think
Who would like to?
CIMB must realize both companies have to realize their own strength and weaknesses. Such as CIMB, they don't before the merger happened, they didn't know much about retail banking, and SBB was very strong in retail banking. So there's the strength and weakness. So if you meet this strength and weakness together and they merge and combine, they can hope to find a better future for the prospect of the company.
Okay, all
Both
right,
of them.
thank you. All right, thank you, Isairi. All right, Gurmit, I see you want to say something.
No, madam. I totally agree with what Israel said, basically. So yes, I had the same point actually as him actually. Yeah, but thankfully he said it out. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's from Gurmit. Daniel, do you want to say something? Do you have anything?
I want
Yeah.
I want to add on something. Okay. Basically, for the merger definition itself is an agreement to unite a company. Okay. So when they unite the company, basically, the other one has the advantages and the other one has the weaknesses. But both companies have advantages and weaknesses. Okay. For my point of view, CIMB Bank is a very successful company, which is have a lack of branches before. Less like SBB, it has a retail company which has a lot of branches. Like I have told before. Okay, so the company purposely need to expand the company reach and expand the segment and gain the market share. So by doing the merger and acquisition, the name of CIMB and SBB can be expand more globally.
Okay, all right. So thank you for the answer. So actually, when a company want to involve in merger, when the company decide on merge, it's not only about the decision itself. Okay, because the decision to merge, it will give impact to the team. It will give impact to the whole management. So it's a role of the leader. It's the role of the manager. How they lead their team. So we call it as, so you understand that how leadership skill of the manager itself. How they able to let all the management team, all their team members to understand the purpose of the merge. Because if maybe both managers understand what is their virtue, what is their mission to do the merge, but the management team, the employees might not understand why we have to merge with another companies. So basically, it's a rule of the manager, how they able to let all the employees to understand the decision. Because if the manager not able to let all the team understand what is their about their decisions, sometimes later on when the company merge together, it can create another problems. Because both
Okay.
employees, they have their own way of working. So if they so once they merge, they need to come up with another rules which is can give a better performance to all employees without any bias. So these are the things that the merged company need to take into consideration. So thank you for the answer. You try your best to answer my question. All right. Anything else you want to add on? Yeah. So that's all for the presentation. Thank you, everyone.